My name is Sonia Cillari, and I'm here with Marlon in Dresden. And Marlon is asking me what I'm doing, and actually
How we would say in the United States, what's your deal? What do you do?
what I do, I work in performance art, electronic art. I use technology, so I create my own illusions that I deliver to people. And I like to work with the female bodies and the electromagnetic field. And mainly this is what I'm doing the last 3 years. I work in the body as an interface, a beautiful interface I can play with. Actually, this comes from a kind of long process. I was trained as an architect and actually very interested always in how people experience spaces. So of course my first approach to electronic art was digital sculpture, and then I felt the need to touch them or move them, and then I start to build my interfaces to do this. But suddenly the object as interface was not enough anymore, and I felt that maybe the need was in the body itself. So that's why I start to research the body as an interface that can be detected, that can emit, that can receive as physical it is. And of course, as soon as you start to approach these topics, you go to the natural electromagnetism of the body itself. So actually she's standing on a transmitter which is 5 volts, and with the receivers around, conductive bodies are able to create electrical circuit that in my case are detected till 1.5 meters of proximity, till a high proximity, which is really as soon as you start to reach the skin, and then of course the touch, which is the easiest part to detect, because in this moment two conductive human beings are closing the electrical circuit. The need, I start to feel it 3-4 years ago, where I really I've done a lot of installations where I could manipulate and change and move models and kind of create an aesthetical atmosphere where people will really believe that they were generating digital models, and this was nice till a point. There was always a disconnection, right? And that's where I felt that possible the most powerful medium to work with was really what is better to feel, how you can feel better embodied if it's not in your body, or your body is generating, right? More than to move, to push a button or to move a joystick, right? So it is much better if it's your own gesture, but not as movement, but as body itself that is creating.
And then you have also worked with the breathing, like a kind of...
Yes. This is a performance I realized last year, and is a quite heavy performance, and this is something that I like to do for myself because I think I reached the age where I have to do it. And so it's a kind of extremely hard to do for me, but actually I deliver, I give to people an experience of myself in a very peaceful atmosphere. And at the same time, for me this piece is very important also because the audience usually is very tough and very male to deal with, and for me I have always been trying to stay away from this kind of weak behavior, because I'm just laid down on a floor and I am still and I am breathing from my left nostril through a very long cable. And actually what I do is try to stay quiet. That's why it's called I Need to Rest. It's thanks to the resting that I can deliver a nice model which is entirely generating and moving and having 6 states of being just thanks to my constant normal breathing, which for an artist is very, very difficult to do because I know which kind of patterns I can deliver. So I find myself breathing very fast or very deep to deliver the beauty, right? But as the artist, I need to calm down and being aware that there is a communication in between me and my digital creator. So it's actually it's an exchange of life in between me and the digital creator. She lives thanks to my breathing, but me as an artist, I am quiet and I feel okay when I see that I can deliver nice patterns just thanks to my breathing to it. So it's a circle in between me and my work. I'm in the second phase of making a new work, which is called Sensitive to Pleasure, which is a work which comes from a kind of frustration about how it is that, I've been speaking now about my previous projects, and actually I found myself very attached to my project. So this time I link myself physically to one of my work, and I link it thanks to a very physical and strong bodily reaction, which is recognized to be painful. This project deals with the pain, and looks like in visual art we should not speak anymore about pain, and I don't agree much with it. In this case, pain for me has a kind of layer in between pain and pleasure. Being an artist linked to the work, what is recognized to be painful for me is also a pleasure sometimes, because I can perceive, I can feel it on my body, how people are interacting with my own piece.
It makes you feel alive also.
Definitely. And I feel it through electrical impulses.
And those electrical impulses are modulated through a presence,
yes, because
or proximity to another performer.
To another performer, because actually the real work, this work is an homage to Pygmalion, Ovidio Metamorphosis, so an artist that fell in love with his own piece. And my own piece is an ambisonic cube where there is a female which is delivering sound from her body, and people can enter one at a time and have an encounter with her, and the activity of that encounter is mapped into my body through electricity. I'm working in Venice. I prepared all the interfaces in Amsterdam.
Yeah, you're based in Amsterdam?
I'm based in Amsterdam, and now I am in Venice, and now I need to prepare the ambisonic cube, so work on the sound, which is going to be quite a challenge because the space is quite small, and I like to deliver very good, precise sound to the skin. And then it's going to be the final rehearsal. Yeah, it can be hard. It has been till now. Of course, I work with collaborators, and till now we have been passing through different phases. Like we have been scared of it. we had a lot of fun with it, and now I know that I need a lot of rehearse to go in a mental state which can help me to don't be afraid. I think I am already at that stage. I'm not afraid, but I need to be concentrated to be able to, in time, to cross such a border of time. This piece is really about physical borders, because the performer itself, she's staying still without moving in a very claustrophobic space. She's naked. She meets people she doesn't know. She doesn't know the reaction they're going to have with her. At the same time, I'm dealing with electrical impulses all the time on my body, constantly. So we don't know till when we can go. And that's part of the rehearsal.
Yeah, but now it's real. Well, thank you very much, and it has
Thank
been
you,
a
Marlon.
pleasure and very clear. And we hope to see it and to go to your performances.